Let's talk about the marriage of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to Aisha radiallahu anha. Now, if we want to have this conversation, we have to be fair. So let me set some foundations. In Western law, Richard II of England married Isabel of France 600 years ago when she was 7 years old. And whenever historians talk about this marriage, it's always about how amazing it was and how it brought peace between England and France. No mention of age. And the Prophet's marriage was more than double 600 years ago. In the Bible, Mary married Joseph when she was 12 and he was 90. Also in the Bible, Rebecca married Isaac when she was 3 years old. In Jewish law, according to Jacob Neusner's book, A History of Mishnaic Law of Purities, women are ready for marriage at 3 years and 1 day old. About 100 years ago in England, the age of consent was 12. Today in Japan, it's 13. Today in parts of Mexico, it's 12. You see, now that I've laid the foundations from both a secular perspective and a religious perspective, we can now be fair. So what does Islam say when it comes to the age of consent? Well, there's two conditions: mental and physical maturity. There is no number in Islam. Islam looks at the time, the place, and the customs of the people. In other words, you can't just compare a 12-year-old today that has food given to her on a plate, water on tap, central heating, comfortable beds, iPads and games, to a 12-year-old that was born 1400 years ago in the middle of a harsh desert with no guarantee of food and in need to work from an early age. You just can't compare the two. The customs are different, meaning one has to mature much quicker. And this study will show you why. Notice how in the past, mental and physical maturity are coupled together all the way until the present moment where there is now a mismatch. Why? Because of social complexity and nutritional overload. Take a screenshot. And finally, just know that for 13 centuries, not a single Islamophobe or critic of Islam raised this marriage of an issue. It's only in the last century that people have surfaced it because they're using the customs of today to explain the customs of yesterday, when we know that is not the case and history speaks for itself. So before you insult my prophet, be just and be fair.